Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! Guys, if I were in possession of a magic lamp and had just one wish that I could have granted, it would be for us to fall under a magic spell and stay in love with the Descendants franchise for forever and always. Because Descendants and Zombies gave me the honor of being in your presence and meeting each and every one of you and so many incredible people because of the same passion that we share, and the feeling was really mutual. From the very first video that was ever uploaded on this YouTube channel, I promised you I would dedicate the rest of my life to uploading Descendants and Zombies videos and provide you with the videos and the content that you grew up with and you have forever and always cherished and held a special place in your heart, reserved a special place in your heart for that honor. And because I know how much these stars and these moments and these franchises mean to each and every one of you, I wanted to honor your legacies and honor the legacies of your favorite stars, because all I ever wanted was for them to go down in history for being some of the most revered and greatest of all time. Because I know what it's like to have that argument presented of how Miley Cyrus, because of Hannah Montana, will go down in history for being the youngest Disney legend of all time. So if that argument can be presented, so too can that same argument, or a greater argument, be presented for your favorite Descendants stars. Dove Cameron, Kylie Cantrell, Ruby Rose Turner, who is celebrating her birthday today. Happy birthday, Ruby. Happy birthday, Freya. Because Freya Skye's birthday is today also. We're celebrating it a bit early on this YouTube channel. I wanted to get my videos up early for Freya Skye's birthday to let her know that I didn't forget about her birthday. It's coming in there at the last minute. But Freya's turning 16. She's celebrating her sweet 16th birthday today. Happy birthday, Freya. You have touched so many wonderful hearts and inspired so many wonderful people, so you deserve all the respect in the world and a forever amount of gratitude that I can never seem to give you. Because Freya did touch my heart too through her powerful music and this powerful portrayal of a character that she really brought to life at the last minute for Zombie Spore down in the Vampires Nova. A Kung Fu Panda karate fighting chick. Really cool. I've often wanted to fight a dragon for Freya Skye's heart. I've often wanted to fight a dragon for the heart of Kylie Cantrell, which actually sounds really cool. Somewhat frightening, but really cool. I voluntarily offered to jump inside of a vortex to uncover what the mystery of this vortex is for fans of zombies. I would love to jump inside of a mysterious vortex that could kill me. I love talking about Descendants and Zombies. No matter where I go, no matter what I'm doing, I can't go a day without talking about Descendants and Zombies with each and every one of you and sharing my thoughts on the franchises that I know have forever and always held a special place in your heart. There's been a special place in your heart forever and always reserved for talking about Descendants and Zombies. And that means so much to me that each and every one of you are here and have allowed me to be in your presence as your voice of Descendants and Zombies, and been very outspoken about some of the issues your favorite stars have faced, because they have had criticism staring them in the face for forever and nobody is doing anything about it. The only ones who are speaking out about it are the fans of Descendants and Zombies, and I just want to be the one who supports you guys because of how much you love these stars. Because I've seen the videos that you guys are subjected to watching and being forced to watch on YouTube, and honestly it really frustrates me because they're not showing the justice and the respect to the stars and the franchises that you grew up idolizing. No matter if you idolize a certain star from the franchise, Dove Cameron, perhaps Kylie Cantrell, maybe Ruby Rose Turner, who I'm in love with, because I'll never get over my crush on Ruby. Whatever reason you're a fan of Descendants and Zombies, I want you guys to know that it's all right by me and you're cool. I'm cool with you guys being a fan of Descendants and Zombies. So if I was looking for a niche to fall in love with, if there was one niche I could fall in love with all over again, it would have to be Descendants and Zombies. I've expressed a desire to want to drive a side-by-side through a rabbit hole that's been closed for years, to fight a dragon over the heart of Kylie Cantrell, to have a WWE Steel Cage WrestleMania match with Justin Bieber for the heart of Ruby. I love talking about Descendants and Zombies with each and every one of you, and just the thought of knowing that I got away with putting a smile on your face and escape with doing that, it's the greatest honor of my existence. No matter where I go, no matter what becomes of me, I will never forget the moments we created together, the experiences we shared, and we laughed, we cried together, and we became the best of friends because of Descendants and Zombies and the chance it presented with us. A chance to become the best of friends, to get to know each other a little bit better, because I share stories with you guys that relate to my own life, that tie in significantly to Descendants and Zombies development. I love sharing stories with you guys about how I go to Booster Juice depressed over the fact the guy that owns Booster Juice's actual name is never Booster, and how I wonder how many people are going to subscribe to my YouTube channel because they are a fan of Descendants and Zombies. I talk about going to the game store and buying video games while I'm thinking about how many people are subscribing while I'm away from this YouTube channel. Because you too have the biggest crushes in the world on Kylie Cantrell, who loves her LA merchandise. Kylie, I want you to know, man, wherever you are in the world tonight, hopefully you're listening to my voice and you're watching this video. You are a true inspiration to every fan of Descendants and Zombies, and you inspire millions of people. So regardless of how critics feel about you, you should get up and just say, I don't care anymore, and continue on inspiring so many wonderful people that you have touched the hearts of and never failed to do so. Freya is doing the same thing. She's following in the footsteps of people she grew up watching. Milo Manheim and Meg Donnelly, who are very fond of Freya Skye, and it goes without reason because Freya Skye is a wonderful human being who has touched the hearts of so many wonderful people through her music and her uncanny ability to bring characters to life for a franchise like Zombies 4 down to the vampires. Now, while Freya's resume may not be as impressive as that of a Kylie Cantrell, and she still has a long way to go, I mean, what do you know when you're 16 years old? When I was 16 years old, I was playing Metal Gear Solid 2 on PlayStation 2. And when I had PlayStation 2, I thought I had the world. I spent $598. I saved up all my money. I smashed my piggy bank and I bought a PS2. And I remember spending over 25 hours playing Metal Gear Solid 2, threw a little bit of Crash Bandicoot, threw Spyro the Dragon on top of that. And I thought I had the world. Probably a few games of Final Fantasy X here and there. I loved living my life the way I wanted to live it, openly and freely. And I never cared what anybody thought of me. So when the opportunity presented itself to launch a radio show out of my mom's basement, I thought that was the coolest thing ever. And I had my mom financially supporting my YouTube channel, so I was kind of cool with that. And then YouTube came along in 2005, and I had the honor to expand my content and meet so many wonderful people through all the niches that I had the honor of providing commentary on. But never before did I get such a huge response for Descendants and Zombies videos as I'm receiving now. And I have each and every one of your wonderful hearts to thank for that. Because I am convinced that Descendants and Zombies fans are the most lovable and the most supportive fans in the entire world. And if there was one audience that I could stand in front of and share my thoughts on about Descendants and Zombies, it would be each and every one of you. You guys have really become my greatest treasure. You know, Peter Pan kept the treasure hidden from Captain Hook for years, hundreds of years, because it held the most precious things that he valued in his lifetime. That's what the Peter Pan legacy was prided on. And I feel as if Descendants and Zombies has become my greatest treasure because of the friendships I was able to create and have through this YouTube channel, because I felt the same way that some 7-year-old girl did about Ruby Rose Turner having the biggest crush in the world on her. Feeling inspired by Kylie Cantrell and her dance moves and thinking this was the most amazing thing in the world. The coolest thing ever. Thinking how Dove Cameron was so fearless and really didn't care what anybody thought of her. She didn't really care from the moment she stepped onto the stage and auditioned for Descendants because she knew she had the role. And thinking she was the most fierce and most revered Descendants character of all time. I know what it's like to be each and every one of you, and I know what it's like to be criticized being a fan of a franchise, and I'm here to tell you guys that there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being a fan of Freya Skye, loving her music, streaming that same song, Gold's Gone, over 1,000 times on your iPad or your phone because you love the lyrics and you understand the meaning of it, because you guys know a lot more than you're ever given credit for, and you're some of the smartest fans in the world. And I will forever believe that about Descendants and Zombies fans. I saw that at the Worlds Collide Tour when Freya gave the performance of Gold's Gone, and she was emotionally overcome. She had a breakdown on stage because she was so appreciative of that moment. And at that moment when I saw it, that's exactly what I wanted to have happen for Freya, because she deserved to be in that moment with each and every one of you. I love talking about Freya Skye because she's incredibly gorgeous, but that's only just one way of looking at Freya. She's incredibly talented. She's so appreciative of everybody she's ever around, and she never shuts anybody out or makes them feel like they're never a part of the experience, because every single one of you who attended that Worlds Collide Tour felt as if you were a part of something special. You felt as if you were visiting Wonderland for the first time ever, or attending Seabrook for the first time ever as a student, because you knew something special was about to happen from the moment the countdown clock started to count down from 5. And everything just exploded, and everything became a reality, and all your dreams became a realization for you because you were a part of the Worlds Collide Tour. You guys did a fabulous job at the Worlds Collide Tour. Don't ever believe anything a critic says about how they're let down because of the quality of the merchandise, the value behind the production, because they're just trying to find something to criticize. That's what a critic gets paid to do, is criticize something. But you guys outshined any amount of criticism the Worlds Collide Tour received because you showed up with an undeniable amount of love and passion for your favorite stars. You went to the Worlds Collide Tour for one reason and one reason only, And that was because you loved Freya Skye or you loved Kylie Contrell. And that's all you knew at your age. And you deserved to have a good time at the Worlds Collide Tour, and you did. And that made me more proud than ever before to say I was a fan of Disney, as you can get from all the Disney merch I have here in the back. I'm very appreciative of what Walt Disney created for us. And that was an opportunity to be a part of a universe and to be a part of something special. And 25 years later, if Walt Disney could come back from his grave, I'm sure he would stand in front of us all and say he's proud of what his business has evolved into, his empire has expanded off of. Because now we have Marvel superheroes, and we believe the superheroes are real more than ever before, and we believe that Happily Ever After actually has a chance of existing, which is really cool. And I've loved promoting that on this YouTube channel because I've never wanted to take forever away from anybody. You know, if you saw yourself in a relationship because of Mal and Ben or what Zed and Addison had to offer to their respective franchises, then I fully support that. Because I think a dream can become that much more of a realization for anybody. And the greatest feeling of all is when you sit back and you realize that this is finally happening for me. This is becoming an intuition for me. Because I think that too many people try to snatch your dreams out from underneath you and sweep the rug out from underneath your feet before you ever have a chance to actually realize what your fullest potential is and your calling truly is. That's what happened for Freya, because all she knew at 15 years old is she wanted to entertain each and every one of you. She didn't know how she was going to go about doing it, nor did Kylie Contrell, because I remember watching Kylie Contrell on her YouTube channel, Hello Kylie, years ago, and falling in love with this girl sitting on her bed reviewing Victorious and Sam and Cat, because I was the biggest fan of Victorious. I thought the YouTube channel was cool. So what did I do? I went and I subscribed to Kylie Contrell's YouTube channel, and I watched every episode, because she showed so much inspiration from these stars, just wanting to be on the same stage and hoping and dreaming of the honor of sharing the stage with them, which she had the honor to do, because she grew up in a dance home and she had the support of her family and her friends and her dad, and her mom was a professional dancer, so she grew up in a dance home. So more power to her. I just have this issue with how people always criticize Kylie Contrell, and forever have always criticized Freya Skye because you guys have fallen in love with her, and that's what the critics notice about you guys. But if you shut the critics out and you show your love and support for Freya Skye by just simply subscribing to this video, you can continue to shut them out for the foreseeable future and give me even more of a reason to upload more Freya Skye videos, just not because it's her 16th birthday or something special happens for her, just because we love talking about Freya. I've noticed that my Freya Skye videos are some of the most popular videos that I've thrown up in my archives, and as long as they continue to be popular, I will forever upload Freya Skye videos. I'll talk about Freya Skye for the rest of my life, because I know how much she means to each and every one of you. I know what it's like to sit in front of your TV every Saturday morning with a bowl of cereal, probably Captain Crunch perhaps, or Cinnamon Toast Crunch. How many of you guys like Cinnamon Toast Crunch? I've become addicted to that cereal in recent weeks, but we haven't got to tell anybody that. But I know what it's like to sit in front of your TV every Saturday morning with a bowl of your favorite cereal. Let's say Captain Crunch or Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and watch your favorite episode of your favorite Disney show. Watching the premiere of the latest episode of Goof Troop or Hannah Montana or Wizard's of Waverly Place, Hercules or Gargoyles. That's from a different generation that probably many of you are perhaps too young to remember, but I know what it's like to be excited for your favorite Disney show or your favorite Disney Channel original movie, and let's say it's Descendants, and being a part of the red carpet premiere, trying to YouTube whatever you can find out leading up to the premiere, and that's what people are going to be doing for the foreseeable future, leading into the premiere of Descendants 5 Wicked Wonderland. And fortunately enough for you guys, this guy is popping up in every video that you're YouTubing, because this is the most popular Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel in the world right now. But it most certainly didn't become the most popular Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel in the world because I just started uploading Descendants of Zombies videos at random. It happened because of each and every one of you, because you believed in these videos and you believed in my vision for the foreseeable future of Descendants of Zombies, a vision that we have made a reality more than many of us will ever choose to admit. Because now, because of this YouTube channel, Kylie Contrell can finally return to YouTube and go back on YouTube and see videos of people who actually have faith in Kylie Contrell's future. Because I see the passion in Kylie Contrell's eyes. I see the passion coming out of Freya Skye's heart. And because I see the passion coming from Freya Skye's heart, that doesn't involve criticism. Because if I were to criticize Freya Skye, I wouldn't be doing right by any of you. I wouldn't be showing you the justice that your favorite stars have forever and always deserved. I've been a huge fan of Freya Skye from the very first moment I saw her. It was on a couple of commercials that many of you were probably too young to remember, but I knew she was going to be something special. I knew she had it. And I know she's going to be the next Taylor Swift. I don't care who feels the way they do about whoever. I know she's going to be the next Taylor Swift. And I don't know who you can present in that same argument, because right now, nobody really is, fitting the criteria of a Taylor Swift more than what Freya Skye is. If Taylor Swift can have all these promotions for this latest documentary coming to Disney Plus on December 13th about the Eras Tour, which was the greatest Taylor Swift tour of all time, then so too can Freya Skye. If we can have an argument about who's going to play the live-action Rapunzel and the live-action Tangled, Freya Skye can be up in that argument. I think that the list of possibilities for Freya has become endless because of each and every one of you. I can spend hours talking about Freya Skye. I'll be talking about Freya Skye some more tomorrow on this YouTube channel as I once again commemorate her birthday, joining you for her sweet 16, because you're only 16 once. And I just told you what I was doing when I was 16 years old. Freya's doing a lot more than I ever was at 16 years old. I had started a radio show out of my parents' basement. I wasn't on YouTube at the time. YouTube hadn't even premiered. And I didn't even know how much of a reach my voice was going to have. Perhaps some of your parents used to listen to my voice, looking for advice before they went on a date with your dad, so excited to date him for the first time. And now you're here because of what happened between them. They fell in love, and they stayed in love for forever. And that's all Descendants and Zombies has ever tried to encourage us, is that true love can exist and can happen for everybody. Because I have always believed that there is somebody out there for everybody. And that's what Descendants and Zombies has tried to instill in all of our minds. Because if you notice anything about the zombie script, Zed and Addison may have had arguments, but that was only to create a storyline and to illustrate just how powerful a friendship actually was. Because if you noticed anything from the Zombies franchise and took anything away from it at all, is that two people can stand the test of time and end up spending the rest of their lives together because it's all they ever wanted to do. And eventually that will happen for Victor and Nova, because they will be modeled after the characters in Addison and forever feel inspired by them. I know that there have been a lot of crazy arguments about how vampires should have had fangs in this franchise, and this should have happened or that should have happened. Victor and Nova should have kissed ever before now. But when they finally do, it's going to be something special. And the reason why vampires don't have fangs, that's just another way for people to criticize the franchise, a lazy way to criticize the franchise we grew up watching, if anything. If you notice anything about the Meg Donnelly interviews she does for podcasts, she is very fond of the Zombies franchise. No matter how many times she's turned down for the role of Supergirl in the latest live-action Superman movie, which was pathetic, because I went to see it, and I had debated for forever, should I go see Superman, should I not go see Superman? I felt like burning all my Superman merchandise because I was so upset with how Superman had his ass kicked for most of the movie, because the movie focused more on the relationship between Krypto and Supergirl than it ever did Superman actually saving the day and being a hero. So if anything, Meg Donnelly should not be upset over how she was turned down for that role, because Supergirl was so disrespectful. And it wasn't the Supergirl I remember from the original TV series. Melissa Benoist will forever be my favorite Supergirl. She was so strong, so fearless. And here comes this disrespectful teenage version of Supergirl. I hope when they make a sequel, she doesn't have enough emphasis on her, because that was just disastrous. So if there ever was something that Meg Donnelly should feel proud and accomplished because of, it should be Descendants and Zombies, because she achieved so much for Verity because of it. She celebrated her 25th birthday this past July 25th. And I never felt more honored to celebrate it with each and every one of you as I am to celebrate all your favorite Descendants and Zombie stars on the calendar. Because in all honesty, if I could go back in time and were in possession of a pocket watch, I think I would go back in time just to fall in love with these two franchises because of Kylie and Freya and Ruby all over again. For those of you who have been subscribed to this YouTube channel for forever, you will know that I will go down in history for having the biggest crush in the world on Ruby Rose Turner. And I've had no regrets since I announced that I had a big crush on Ruby Rose Turner. And you guys have put up with me from the very first video that was ever uploaded on this YouTube channel. And you have joined me on this incredible journey for forever and always. And I can never seem to say thank you enough. But seriously, if you could bear with me for just one more moment, thank you so much for never quitting on me, believing in me when nobody else ever did, with my vision for the foreseeable future for Descendants and Zombies. Because I believe that if you're going to show up on YouTube and you're going to talk about Descendants and Zombies, then that is exactly what you should do, is talk about Descendants and Zombies. And show that same appreciation that the fan watching your video has for Descendants and Zombies. So she'll say, he's cool, he knows what's up, I love this video, I love this channel, I'm going to subscribe. And she can't hit the subscribe button fast enough because she too loves Freya, Skye, and feels the same way you do about her music or her movie, Zombies 4 Down of the Vampires, because this is the first of many for Freya, and that's what I'm here to ensure, that her legacy goes down in history for being one of the greatest of all time. But I would love for you to subscribe to this YouTube channel because I have a lot to say where this conversation goes, because this conversation or this story doesn't have to be over. For every critic who believes that Zombies and Descendants has reached its end and its formidable conclusion, its dramatic conclusion, I'm here to tell you guys this story is far from over, and it doesn't have to be over. Because it can continue for just a little while longer, because I think it's cool, and I really do love talking about Descendants of Zombies. You're cool. I'm cool with talking about Descendants of Zombies and being your voice of Descendants of Zombies. So let's talk about Descendants of Zombies into the foreseeable future, and give Kylie Cantrell and Ruby Rose Turner a reason to go back on YouTube and YouTube this guy and YouTube this channel, because he says nothing but nice things about Kylie Cantrell and Ruby Rose Turner, to give them incentive and encouragement to keep entertaining each and every one of you, and add fuel to the fire so that Zombies and Descendants is one huge explosion of excitement, unpredictable moments, and unforgettable experiences for fans of Descendants of Zombies who have deserved far better than they've ever been shown on YouTube. I apologize for the videos that have been uploaded by other YouTube creators not showing you the appreciation and the value behind Descendants of Zombies, but I got you guys, and we are in this together, and if we're going down, there is no more lovable or supportive niche that I would rather die with than the fans of Descendants of Zombies. Guys, thank you so much. If there is an alien mothership on the way to Earth to kill us all, alien mothership, bring your worst, because I will take you on to protect the fans of Descendants of Zombies, because if we're going down, we're going down together, and we're going down in a blaze of glory. Kylie Cantrell, I love you so much. Ruby, you are amazing. Keep on entertaining us and putting smiles on our faces. Freya, you are incredible. You have an undeniable future that I can't wait to be a part of, and be a part of it with each and every one of you, the greatest fans in the world, fans of Descendants and Zombies. Stay calm and zombie on, everybody, into that foreseeable future.